Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Can you? Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me or am I quiet?
Alright, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Am I coming through now? Perfect. Alright, thank you everybody for joining me for this Season 55, Week 2, Day 1 PB livestream. I apologize for the delay. I actually had forgotten I was supposed to be doing streaming tonight. So I only saw it because of my excuse me, because of my co-KDR. So KDR, if you're in chat, I appreciate you pinging me in the State College locker room because I completely forgot about today. With that being said, um, hopefully we won't have the issue with the border like we had on spring training day 2. I know that was an issue. Hopefully the ticker is okay. It's a little bit difficult with the new border. Let me just pull up the schedule real quick. Oops. Do we get to see a Crabs win tonight? Well, if they're playing prime time today, which doesn't look like they are, but if they do indeed do a prime time, sometime this week I do have them winning prime time, so they'd better win. Alright, with that being said, okay, I got my schedule right here. Let's go into our very first game of the stream. I'm gonna finish up today. We're actually gonna go to scores. It's an off day, okay, for the majors. How about the minors? Off day for both, okay. We go to our very first game of the sim, which is a prime time game. Lunar Base at Indianapolis. And hopefully I won't have any connection issues. I am using internet because I moved into my first apartment, and my Ethernet port is dead, so I have to use internet. But I got the one designed for streaming, so hopefully it will actually be properly advertised. Going to the 26th and Lunar Base at Indy. Here we go. Um, do we have a prediction going? Do we have any mods in chat right now that can do a prediction?
Yeah, about the popsicles for free. Yeah.
Hey, Anthony. or guess he's gonna be gone. Okay. Anyways, let's stop dilly dallying. Just want to make sure, of course, that. Oops, not that. Is it on? ESPN is on. Perfect. Good start game. With Ichabod Cranepool leading us off against Barry Allen, the fastest man alive. Has a really good eye, and if he gets on base, which he just did, it's going to be a stand-up double. He has the potential to do some damage on the base paths. Very much a speedy person. That's going to be out for Big Red Rocky to bring up Link Althouse, my fellow former Mingo, as he's going to sacrifice and get an RBI. Ricky Graves, that'll be out number 3 against Lieutenant Manos. Graves is at 52 leagues with 288 batting average with a home run and 7 RBIs. Up next, the Enderman, the second baseman. Don't let this one catch you looking at him. As Harry Callahan, the third baseman, gets on. They bobble the ball. That is going to be a costly error. That second for Allen. That's going to be a wild pitch. Bit of an issue with Khan as he gets further into his career. That's going to be just a looper for Thompson for the out. And, oof, Gagne hits it right to the center fielder honk ball. Bit of a bad time, bad luck there. As honk ball's gonna go down looking. And that's gonna be up the middle for car crash. A really speedy shortstop helps them defensively just as much as it does offensively, as a speed to get to the ball when it's hit into the gap between short and third is always helpful. As Laura Croft to DH will come on. And Allen is going to go down looking. Rangers still up in front. Khan is going to induce some contact to Edward McKinley. Odin Jiggerson, the shortstop, has a really good eye. Sees the ball really well, which is always helpful for an offense. Fetty's foot backwards. Right fielder, power hitter, bit of a typical. As we're gonna hold that thought, as that one is gone. Indy takes the lead, 3-1. As Brent Goldberg belts one 408 feet down into the right field stands. As Enderman with the strikeout, and Harry Callahan, the third baseman, is going to be our final out. The outside score was giving me issues earlier, last time as well, and I don't know why. Just for some reason, Dukeston will just not show up for me, even when I hit BNN, and BNN is on. So let me pause the play-by-play real quick. Okay, I'm hitting escape, but it's not working for some reason. But I don't know why. Here we go. Now it stopped. Okay, I don't know why that wasn't showing for some reason, but it hasn't been showing past a couple streams that I've done. But anyways, let's put that, oops, up come on. Up there. And then, how does the border look today? So is the border fine today? It gave me some issues during spring training day 2. There we go. Yep, no worries, KP. Anyways, Jazzy Thompson out up the bat. The first baseman is a bit of um both ways hitter, as we're gonna have to end that thought. We usually go to the top of the fourth inning with Indianapolis Apex still up front 3-1, as Sean car crashed the shortstop will ground out. Walker Texas Ranger will go down looking on a fastball. Hulk Savage will be out number 3. That's been the story lately. Plenty of flyouts, but nothing to show for it. As we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, as McKinley has struggled with the strikeouts. Chigashin will walk. That's only Khan's second walk today, so I don't think that's gonna hurt his stride too much. Runners at first and second with only one away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Brent Goldberg hit a 3-run blast earlier. And Indy's gonna strand too and get nothing to show for it. We go to the top of the fifth inning now. It's gonna be 3-1 as Laura Croft will come in and will be out number 1. Cranepool so far this season 0-3 has not been doing too well with runners on and has a 4.54 ERA, which means he's laying up about 4.5 runs per game. Obviously, something he wants to bring down. Khan is slightly better, 2-4, 2-4 on the season, but holds a 4.66 ERA. So both pitchers need to keep the amount of earned runs down as we go to the top of the sixth inning. As that's going to be down the line, Link Althouse, one of those players that always seems to be able to get to the ball. Makes really solid contact, as that's going to be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Indy is still up 3-1 after that 3-run blast in the 2nd inning. Gagne is going to draw a walk on a 3-2 pitch. That's going to be a diving catch! Honk ball! Eats dirt, but will get the out as Jigson will rack up an infield single. A diving basket catch for Graves, showing off the athleticism there as he takes away a hit and maybe even a run. And we go to the top of the 7th now. Lunar Base still down 2 runs. Flop Quads comes in relief and will induce first out. Quads, really good stuff. Movement needs some work, same with the control. Especially the movement leaves quite a few pitches right down the middle. So he needs to work on that. We go to the stretch with Enderman, who has no hits so far. Will be the first out. That's gonna be the 4th walk already for Khan. 102 pitches, sorry, here in the 7th. So I think Khan is going to be seeing his last after this inning. And it gets away from the cutoff man. And that's going to be the third out. We go to top of the eighth now. As Quads still in, hoping to keep this lead right where it's at as he downs Croft. Khan, sorry, not Khan, but Quads on the season is 2 for 2 with a 4.26 ERA. As a MRP, that 4.21 ERA is kind of concerning. Definitely want to try to lower that some. There's a new arm on the mound for Lunar Base. Shaddy Johnson as he downs McKinley, but looked to be a ball. Lucky break there for the pitcher because that should have been strike three. Or sorry, that should have been a ball. And Fetty will be the final out. We go to the top of the ninth. Indy has the potential to win it. They just need to keep this lead right where it's at as McFlores will come in relief. 7.11 ERA. Ugh. As a closer, that's not something you want to see. But he's doing fine so far. And he's gonna strike out two and fly out one to win it for Indy here in the ninth inning. As the Apex go home happy. It's 3-1 over the Space Rangers. For Lunar Base, we have Allen coming around in first to score for their only run of the game. Indy, we have Goldberg with that 3-run blast. Khan will take the loss, moving to 2-5 on the year. Cranepool will take the win, his first quads to hold, and McFlores to save. Ichabod Cranepool, your player of the game. Let's go to the box scores. The Pathfinders are going to drop to San Antonio Sloths 2-1. As it came down to a pivotal 8th inning. For Toronto, we got a RBI from Webb. San Antonio, we have a 2-for-4 game for Don Marcus and 2-for-4 game for Caden Trantal. Little gets no decision. Park will take the loss. Innings leader, no decision. Horrendous Haddock third with the win and the blown save. Chad Innings Eater is your player of the game. The Death Valley Scorpions are going to beat the Rougarous for their 5th straight win, 14-6, as New Orleans not off to a good start to start the season. A 2-run game, 2 for 3 points from Days and Guy with 2 walks, 3 for 5 game from Asher Johnny Williams with 3 RBIs. For Death Valley, we have a 3 RBI, 2 for 5 game from Smalls. Asherman Jr. will take the loss. Rusey the win. Guy Rusey, your player of the game. Tennessee Serpents are going to win against the Toros 8-5. As for Seattle, we have a 3 RBI game for Commander Warsmoke. Excuse me. For Cancun, we have a 2 RBI game from Scotty Sterling, as well as 2 RBI game from Gnome Child. DeVries will take the win, Lee the loss. DeVries is your player of the game. The Demons are going to beat the Stars 5-1. For Nashville, the only RBI came off the bat of Ichiban Sakuro. For Detroit, we have a 3 RBI game from Alpha Nerd. John will take the loss. McGoodface will take the win. Goody McGoodface will be your player of the game. fitting in quite well in Detroit. Go up some more. We have the Vandals beating the Raptors 9-8 in a close one as it came down to a walk-off in the ninth as Von Caliente hit a solo home run off of Chappie McChapperson. So great job, Enrique Von Caliente. 3 RBIs, one on that solo shot. For Boise, we have a two RBI game from Chauncey Ingram. Phantom will take the blown save. McChapperson will take the loss and the blown save. Clapp will take the win. Enrique Van Caliente is your player of the game. Go down to the minors. As the Firehawks will beat the Swift Steeds 9-1. Yeah, 9-1 with a 4-run fourth inning. So this one, I'll make sure I was reading that right. California, 3 RBI game, 3-for-4 performance from Gray. State College, we had a 2-for-4 game from Duckley Jr. Felix Pope will take the win. Ramirez will take the loss. Slate Gray is your player of the game. Um, yeah, Dame. I had to see when exactly they got that first hit, but yeah, it was. It's always heartbreaking to lose a no. Anyways, the Kingpins win 10-5 over the Amarillo Armadillos as we have a 2 RBI game from Autotop from Chicago batting. We have a 4 RBI game from Loke. Gritty will take the loss, Bottom the win, Jenkins to save. King Loke, your player of the game. The Wheelers will beat the Lemurs 6-3. RBIs for Ghosty, Pink, as well as Newsome. For Anchorage, we have a 2 RBI game from Oliver and a 3 RBI game from King. Alexa Halo will take the loss. Fernandez Jr. will take the win. Robert Alpert, the player of the game. The Florida Flamingos are going to beat the Butt Ranas 4-3. Florida Flamingos had a all RBIs came from Solo, Hancho, Tanaka, and Cooper. For Puerto Rico, we have a 2-for-4 game from Votto Joey. Georges will take the win. Kumtowski the whole. Vega third the save. Yoj will take the loss. Because the Cats will beat the Brucey Bears 6-1. As the Cats continue their dominance. 3 RBI game while on 1 for 5 from Johnson. It will look like it was a 3 RBI double. Yeah. 3 RBI double for Johnson. For Brucey, 1 for 3 game from Gifford Dorn with the RBI. Richard will take the win. Oil the save. Peregrino the loss. Antoine Ridgeford is your player of the game. Let's go back to the majors and update the. Oh, I think I missed some games here. Yeah, I missed a couple of games. So the Aviators will win 7-4 against the Voyagers. Um, let's see, 3-4 game from Udo Bonga as well as Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes with 2 RBIs. For Outer Banks, we have a 2 RBI game from Aria Harper. Moosey will take the loss. Nansen to win. Suncup Jr. to hold. Basti to save. And the Surge are going to beat the Crabs 2-1. I did not know how bad Problem's doing this stream or this season, so kind of regarding picking them for prime time. Sorry, Swifties. Um, 2-4 game from Quake. 2 RBI game from Bobrist over on Buffalo. Ball will take the loss. Whiskey to win. Madsen to hold, and Delling the save. Okay, now we are all good. Anyways, to answer your question, the no-no was broken up. Looks like they Cancun lost the no-no in the 8th. Um, but anyways, let's go on to the next day, which is going to be not a quick sim. Hey, Dixon, I went back into OBX, so I saw that. Don't worry. And hey, man, my team plays them in the West, so wait, no, no, we play in the East. Doesn't OBX also play in the East since they're in Outer Banks, which is like Florida. Anyways, let's update the new ticker. Update the ticker real quick. Um, so that way we can get. Oops, the heck. That accurately reflected. And then we'll go on to our next game, which is going to be New York versus OBX. Oops. There we go. Save real quick. Alright, as we can see, New York seems that it's well in hand. However, as I have personally experienced, the moment you count on New York to win something, they're gonna lose it. Although I don't know if that's just me and I'm cursed, but every single time I vote on New York to win something, they always lose it. So we'll see if that finds out, because I have been winning against OBX. That's going to be down the line for D. Fernandez. A speed threat. Let's see if he tries to steal. Third. Good strikeout for Teggy. Hard, deep, and caught. But he'll tag up for third as we run at third now with 2 away. That's going to score. That's going to be an RBI for Mosquitoes. Sebastian Otage will be the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 New York Voyagers. And that's going to be in there. A hit for Aria Harper. Harper's going to try to steal a second and be safe. Duke will go down over the outer half. Ooh, loud contact there, but rather weak fly for the second out. For Gabanzo Murphy Swift. Down the line, and we are going to be all tied up here in the late goings. Or here in the early goings. As only first, that's going to be a move up on a wild pitch, and Outer Banks is going to take the lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Oh, Richards will be out number 3. The Aviators, however, scored 2 runs on 3 hits and are up front 2-1. Can the Voyagers strike back? Well, that's not going to do it. That's going to be a circle change. Missed on for out number 1. Brian Payne swinging outside the zone. He is not out 2 of A. He can't hit golfing or fishing. As Eschenbach will lead us off here in the bottom second with a strikeout. On a cold streak lately. Jones, loud contact, just past the shortstop's glove. Put on the brakes at first as we have a runner on with only 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. And that's going to be out 2. And from the pitcher to the first baseman, that's going to be out number 3. Go to the top of the third now. That's going to be out for Trace von Christohauser. Fernandez will take a walk on a 3-1 count. Trying to steal second base, and he's safe. Way late. 28 stolen bases this season. That's going to be out there, and a strikeout there will be the third out. So New York gets a man on, but can't bring him home. It's 2-1 Aviators. As that's gonna be a diving catch in right field by Bonga. Oof. Sorry, I like just got off of work like an hour before we started the stream, so I'm just like just a little bit tired. And that's gonna be safe on an infield single. As the slip will go to third, runners at the corners here, 2 away. And that's gonna bring home a run. As LeSlip will come across to score. Richards with the RBI. Eschenbach gets that one in there. That's going to bring home 1 run, maybe 2. And he's safe. So it's now a 5-1 lead in here in Outer Banks. Jones is going to smack that one down the line. He's going to be safe at second with a sliding double. As that's going to do it for the pitcher. As Alvarez will come in excuse me, as Alvarez is going to come in to in relief. Most Toes will be lining out there for out number one. That's going to be done on the line. It looked to be foul, but apparently not according to the sim. B Junior thought that was too far onside, but it's called a strike three. And and it goes past the third baseman, ooh, or second baseman. Ugh, just a bad throw by the catcher. Oh, Richards. So New York cannot cash in. It's 6-1 Aviators. Bottom of the fourth with Duke. He goes for two. Wild pitch. He'll move up into scoring position from the walk and that wild pitch. So Alvarez with some control issues here early on in the game. That's gonna be a stolen third base, a stolen bag. Second K for Alvarez. McDaniel will go down swinging as well. So they get runner to third, but can't bring him home. Top of the fifth inning we go. With Sumadog. He'll be out. Chris Van Christohauser, the center fielder, is going to be second out of the inning. Fernandez, did he go around? No, says the umpire. And he's nowhere even close to being out. That's a stolen base. And a jump catch will prevent a run. We go to the bottom of the fifth now. Smacked hard, deep, but caught. Aschenbaugh will fly out. It's gonna be a walk for Jones. One dog powered by Little Bark will ground out, and that will end the inning. So no hits on one walk as we go to the top of the sixth now. Oda Bonga struck out last time around. Out number one there. Ooh, swinging a miss at a cutter. That's going to be gone. Oof. Strike out there. Oh, Taz. One for two. 2-2 pitch on the ground is going to be out. Number three. Go to the bottom of the sixth inning now. Still 6-1 Outer Banks. New York hoping to claw back into this one. That's going to be it. And here's Keep It Secret. One of the premier relief pitchers so far. Definitely is really good about keeping that ERA down. As you can see by their 1.2 ERA. The Swift knocked in a run earlier. And it's be out number three. We go to the top of the seventh inning now. Joe Kelly's still in, despite getting up there in pitch count at 94 pitches. This will be third K of the game for Kelly. Seventh inning stretches now over as we go to the bottom of the seventh inning, and that's going to be, injured single, just barely got it, just barely got to the bag in time. Oh, a double play, a 1-6-3. And that's done there in no man's land, no one can get to it. Jones will the diving catches that will prevent a run from scoring. What a play! As Archie Richards recently called up this season, will be brought in from the pen, and that's going to be first out. So they get fielder's choice, no relay throw. Feel like they could have had two there. And that's gonna come back to bite them, as that's a two-run blast to make it 6-3. As that decision to not go for the double play will bring New York within striking distance here in the late goings. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop comes in and takes brings it in, but New York brings the lead down to 6-3 lead. Strike guard for Little Bark. Aria Harper will smack one in there. That's gonna be a single. Jones will come in and will get Harper out on the gun down. And that's going to be your third out here in the 8th inning. New York has the opportunity for some late inning heroics. Can they do it? Oh, Taz will draw a walk on a pitch just up out of the zone. That's going to be a single. Runners at first and second now with nobody out. Oh, a sigh of relief for Richards there, as that is going to be a much needed strikeout. They don't go for two. New York down to their final out as the bases are loaded. And a much needed out and sigh of relief for Archie Richards as he loads the bases but New York cannot come in clutch. As Kelly will strike out 10. Who only gave up one run on 3 hits over 7 earned. For New York, we have a 2 RBI game from Udo Bonga with that 2 RBI. A home run off of Richards in the 8th. For Outer Banks, we have a 3-hit game for McDaniel and a 2-for-4 game with 2 runs from Swift. Adkins will take the loss. Kelly to win. Richards, no decision because it wasn't a save situation. Joe Kelly's our player of the game. Boise will take this one to the 11th for the win, as they went 11-8. Boise, 5 RBI game from Gambino. Holy cow. Doing quite well after being traded from Toronto. 2-hit game from 5 game from Enrique Bancaliente. 4 RBI game from Steven Strange. Sloppy Joe no decision. Chappie McChapperson blown save. 2s will take the win and the blown save. Pocket will take the loss. Bambino, your player of the game. The Pathfinders will lose to the Sloths 5-1. For Toronto, Ethan Shadow only 1 RBI. For San Antonio, 3 RBI game from O'Sullivan Jr. Random will take the loss. Tatum the win. Johnny Tatum is your player of the game. Yeah, he really did lock you down, yeah. I have to say the full name, don't I? As we finally see a Crabs win, 5-4. As the Surge comes up close but can't quite hack it. Um, let's see, two RBI game for Judge and Love. For Buffalo, we have a 2-hit game for Kelly. LeSean Maximus Marlon Delaney pitched forward will take the win. Randy Colon the save. Brigham Irons the loss. Player of the game is going to be LeSean Maximus Marlon Delaney pitched forward. That is a mouthful of a name. Now I feel bad for the pitch for these streamers having to pronounce Israel Kamuna Hakukaniki Hagen. My center my outfielder with the surge. Big is for those of you who were around when he played. Anyways, the Apex are going to win 5-4 against the Space Rangers. Just update the ticker real quick so I keep forgetting to do that. For Lunar Base, 2-4 game from Honkball, and as well as with an RBI. For Indy, 2 RBI game for Enderman, 2 RBI game from Rosenthal as well, but Rosenthal went perfect 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Rockman will take the loss. Rockman will take the blown save. Johnson the loss. Ball with the win. McFlourish to save. Player of the games will be Leon Rosenthal. Definitely the Scorpions are going to beat the Rougarous 4-1 as Nola just cannot seem to catch a break here, as Bumas will absolutely destroy the Rougarous. For New Orleans, only 1 RBI coming off that Days and Guile. For Death Valley, 3 RBI game for Daniel Plainview. Klopfer will take the loss. Bumas to win. Keith to save. Bumas is your player of the game. The Cancun Toros will beat the Sea Serpents 4-3. For Seattle, RBIs for Becker, Johnson III, and Hawkins. For Cancun, RBIs for Deathridge, Murphy, Cortez, and Child. Are current now cloudy with 2 for 4 game. Telfair will take the loss. Squishman no decision. Sauce the win and the blown save. Switchman is your player of the game. Alright. And finally, the Stars are going to drop to the Demons 6-5, as they just can't simply come on through in the ninth when it matters. 3 RBI game for Nashville, however. 2 RBI game for Gabriel Catrascutter as well. Katrina will take the loss and the blown save. Bell for the win and the blown save. Strider is your player of the game. Going down to the minors next. As the Florida Flamingos will beat the Puerto Rico Lanas. 5-0 shutout win. 3 for 5 game with 2 RBIs from Mark Honcho. Puerto Rico, only 5 hits and numbers to speak of there. King will take the win. Batting practice the loss. Cyber King is your player of the game. Um, the Dillos will beat the Kingpin 6-2. As one of the runs must have been an unearned run for the Dillos. Okay. I was wondering why I saw 5 there. 5 RBIs and 6 runs. Anyways, a 2 for 4 game for Jordan Love. For Chicago, we have a 2 RBI 2 for 4 game from Dent. Cologne will take the win, Blas the hold. Von Couch the loss. Player of the game is the Brendan Stewart. The Lemurs are going to beat the Lemurs are going to beat the Whalers 4-2. As that's funny, all of their RBIs came from 4 back-to-back innings for Louisville. 2 RBI game from Ghosty. 8 home run for Pink and Zalewski as well. For Anchorage, we have a 2 for 3 game with 2 RBIs from Bishop. Khan will take the win. Nono to save. Holly to loss. Ultimo Khan is your player of the game. The Bears are going to beat the Headcats 5-4. As we have a 3 RBI 3 for 5 game from AJ Big Boom Justice. And a 2 RBI game from Monsieur and Ruiz Jr. Smitties will take the loss. Voss will take the win. Biggest hit is Smitties, despite getting the slap with the loss, is your player of the game. The Firehawks will beat the Swifties a 9-0 shutout. For California, 4 RBI game from Quinn Jr. State College, only 2 hits was coming off Blair and Ramirez. Pebbles will take the win. Crunch to loss. Krabby Pebbles is your player of the game. Excuse me. Save real quick. And next one is going to be Nola at DVS. We're already halfway through the stream. I'm just looking good right now. We have 2 off days. A game with Nola at DVS in Chicago at Anchorage. Then Boise versus Buffalo, and that's it. This stream is just stream is just flowing by. Holy cow! Anyways, let's save real quick. Even though I just said, but I'm paranoid. Finished up today. Make sure that the ticker is updated. Okay, that's updated. Okay, Nola versus DVS. Before we begin though, I am going to get some water. So give me just a moment. I'll be right back, and we'll begin Nola at DVS. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. Important to stay hydrated, and it's something that I'm trying to work on as best I can. With that being said, let's begin this game with the New Orleans Rougarous versus the Death Valley Scorpions, as Death Valley has the advantage in the lineup. We'll see if that carries over into the game itself. Priest gonna strike out Guile. Mills is gonna ground out. And that's gonna be a line out for Alaskan Bullworm. Against Parade is as 206 with a home run. Bass Reeves last year had 304 batting averages, 15 home runs, and 67 RBIs. That's going to be into the gap. That's going to be a gap, right? That's going to be a double for Bass Reeves. Ted Giannulis will be out number one. Must need a strikeout there for Plainview as Namanon trying to get out of this jam. But that's not gonna do it. That's down the line. An RBI for Lawn Gnomes. They're 13th of the season now. As that's gonna be out number 3. We go to the top of the second inning now. Noah hoping to get an RBI here, get back into this one. That's not gonna do it. That's gonna be a line out. Boucher is going to be safe on a single. Steelflex is going to go down swinging at a circle change. Nasty pitch, that. Philippaloo is going to be out number 3. Go to the bottom of the second inning now. Chaz Lamborghini, the power hitting DH, is going to be your first hit of this inning. And a double play. Nama needed that. That's going to be into the gap. It was almost a home run. Missed the home run by a matter of inches. That's going to be a two-bagger. And that's going to be down. It's going to be a hit. It's going to be another two-bagger. Back-to-back doubles as Death Valley will add on to the lead. 2-0. Reeves. An RBI single. 3-0 DVS. Ted Giannulis grounded out last time around. And they tag Ryson out, and Ryson with the assist will tag out Reeves, going for 3. Honk Shoe up next to shortstop, as that's going to be a single. Oh, that's going to be bobbled, but still, sorry, it would be a sack bunt. Strikeout there for Guile, his second one of the game. And Nobes is going to go down looking, or go down swinging, I should say. As that Valley is still up 3-0, bottom of the third inning with Daniel Plainview, as that's going to be in there. Down the line, that's going to be a single. Lawn Gnomes will be out on a fly out. They had the opportunity to go for 3, go for 2, but they don't. That's going to be down the line, into the corner. Runner will come home. Save! 4-0 Death Valley Scorpions. Montalban up next. That's going to be your third out of this inning. Death Valley will get a 1 run on 2 hits and leave a runner stranded. 4-0. Oh, hard, deep, and see you later. That one is out of here. As that one was clobbered. 4-1 New Orleans now. Asher Joanna Williams will ground out. That's for the first out of the inning. That's going to be up the middle. Jefferson Steel Flex. They could have had two there, decided not to try it. Oh, and they get the runner out. So Steelflex tried to go for second, but was caught stealing to end the inning. Yvonne Essence doubled in the second inning, be out number one. Udo Flamingo brought home Essence, be out number two. Reeves will draw a walk on a sinker for ball four. Stewart and Pierre is way safe. Outfield shade moved over to the right, as that's gonna be strike three on strikeout. We go to the top of the fifth inning now. Philip Alou will be your first out of the inning. Honk shoot the shortstop. Ooh, out a diving catch by Essence. Always love seeing those athletic plays. That's going to be a double for Rice Hand. And Guy's going to strike out for the third time, as he just cannot make contact. Plainview will be out number one. Lawn Gnomes. Rather routine lazy line out there. And that's going to be into the gap as it will drop in there. That's going to be a double for Smalls. And that's going to be out number three. We go to the top of the sixth inning now. That's going to be out number one. From those, Alaskan Bullworm gonna go down swinging on a bad pitch to chase at. Preet rolling right along here. That's gonna be a fly out there to retire the side. Go to the bottom of the sixth inning now. That's gonna be out number one. Yvonne Essence will double. That's gonna be a stand-up double. Runner on scoring position, only one away. Oh, looks to be outside from back here in the booth. It's gonna be a walk for Reeves. That's gonna be down the line. That's gonna bring home one run, maybe two, as the second run was score. Genuous to knock in two, as that's gonna be in phenomenon. Sperance and Medi will come in. And that's going to be out number one. A diving catch by Essence. Philip Alou. And that's be the third out of the inning. Go to the bottom of the seventh now. Here's Lawn Gnomes coming up, as that one will be smacked hard down the line. Smalls will draw a walk. Lamborghini out on the fielder's choice. Oh, a wild pitch as that will come around to score, as New Orleans cannot seem to catch a break. That one smacked, caught at the wall. I thought that was going to be out of here, but no, it's not. And that's going to bring home a run, make it an 8-1 game. A routine out there to retire the side. We go to the top of the 8th inning now. 8-1 value. Ooh, hard, deep, but caught. Loud contact, but not enough lift. That's going to be the second out of the inning. We go to the third out now, as that's going to be strike three. Scorpions still up in front to go to the bottom of the eighth inning. As Juicy Jumbo will come in for New Orleans. And that's going to be out for Janulus. And Plainview also going to be out. No, it's supposed to be a home run. It's 9-1. As that was absolutely clobbered by Plainview. 448 feet. As it is now looking like this one might be out of reach for New Orleans. They need 8 runs, only have 3 outs to work with to do it. Can they do it? That's going to be a single from Mills. Alaskan Bullworm. Pick off attempt, but Mills is back safe. It's going to be a line out there. No tag. Joanne Williams goes down swinging at a fastball. One more opportunity left. And goes down. Umpire says he went around. It's 9-1. Death Valley Scorpions. For New Orleans, the only RBI came off a home run from Alaskan Bullworm. Death Valley Scorpions, 2 RBI game for Janulus. A home run for Plainview. Namana will take the loss. Parikh will take the win. Xavier Peruti is the player of the game. The Vandals will win this one 9-8. Sorry, that was to be on my water. So Shane Ziegler did his best for Boise. It is best for Boise. Won 4 RBIs, 3 for 4 hits, but just could not come up with anything. For Vancouver, 2 RBI, 2 for 5 game for Enrique Moncaliente, 2 RBI game for McLevin Jr., and 3 RBI game for Mander. Twos will take the loss and the 1 save. Clap the 1 save. Roar the win and pocket the save. Shane Ziegler is your player of the game. Let's see real quick. The Pathfinders are going to win 7-1 against the Slavs, as they are now an even 15 on the season, playing 500 ball. A RBI for Ethan Shadow, as well as 2 RBIs for Rodrigo Wallach. So nice job, HBJ. Caden Trentau with 2 hits. Sam Brook Littleton over on San Antonio side. Benico will take the win. Smith the save. Boss the third the loss. Benico is your player of the game. The Voyagers will win 5-3. As holy cow. 15 Ks for Goat Tank. 15 Ks. I'm reading that right, am I? One pitcher got 15 Ks? Am I reading that right? That's... What do you mean it's not... 15 Ks is good. RC, come on. Holy cow. Alright then, moving along. I'm surprised. 3-4 game for, 3-4 game with 3 RBIs from Brian Payne. Um, 3 RBIs for Swift, 2 for 4 game. Goting goes complete game win. Only gonna get 3 earned. Jones will take the loss. What's the record for most Ks in a single game? Just out of curiosity. Anyone in our stats team here that can answer that? All right. This in PBE, yeah, Ewok. Record for most Ks in a single game in PBE. The Surge are gonna beat the Crabs 5-4 in extras as they walk it off. Um. Ah. Buckshank got the game-winning RBI. For Providence. 2-for-5 game from Grow Traveler. RBIs from Judge, Love, and Sickman. For Buffalo, 3 RBI game from Kerry Kelly. And an RBI in the 10th inning from Mazataz Buckshank. Cruiser will get the blown save, Legend the loss, Darling the win. Kim Ji Woo, despite getting lost, is your player of the game. $17, okay. Yeah, maybe I'm too used to the MLB where it's very rare for a pitcher to even approach 9 or 10 Ks. Anyways, moving right along, we already saw the Nola game. Toros are going to win 12-9 as Troy Murphy will help slug them to a win. 4 RBI game for Becker over on Seattle, 3 RBI game for Warsmoke. For Cancun, Murphy with 5 RBIs and 3 hits and 5 at bats. McQueen will take the loss. Pecora the win. Murphy is your player of the game. Never walk off win here in extras as the Stars will drop this one to the Demons as the Demons walk it off. As Poe will hit a cutter off of Sigmayer of Catalina for a solo shot. Home runs. Monspino with a home run from Nashville off of Mulligan. For Detroit, we have a 2-for-4 game from Dollarson as well as Jam, Poe, and Slamus. Poe with a solo shot in extra innings. Katrina the loss. Nudes the win. Sir Poe is your player of the game. And finally, the Space Rangers will beat the Apex 7-1. Space Rangers for Lunar Base, we have several multi RBI games from Rock Eater and Outhouse. For Indianapolis, we have a 3-for-4 game from Jazzy Thompson. Rubbish will take the win. Bernard the loss. Player of the game is going to be Ian Rubbish. Let's go down to the minor leagues. As Puerto Rico Ranas will beat the Mingos 6-5. 2-for-4 game, which are 2-for-3 game from Cooper and 2-for-4 game with 2 RBIs from McGraw over in Florida. Over on Puerto Rico, 2 RBI game, 2-for-5 from Cunningham. Kumtowski the hold, Vega the third the loss. Balls the blunt save for Florida. LBG will take the win. Jean-Francois Jacques Jean will be your player of the game. The Firehawks will lose to the Swift Seeds in 11 innings as Avery Akers got a clutch hit in the 11th for a run scoring single to win the game. For California, 3 walks with a hit for Munson, 4 RBIs for Harris as well. For State College, we have a 3 for 4 game with 3 RBIs from Akers. Kidd will take the loss. Big with the blown save for California. Jones the blown save. Mantex will take the win. Third game could be Avery Akers. The Duos will also win this one in 11 as they win 4-2 in extras. The game-winning hit came from Sam Squatch. For Amarillo, 2 for 5 game for Bowl with an RBI. For Chicago, we have a 2 for 5 game from Nagua for first and Earl Early Jr. Blahaj will take the win. Works will take the save, their third. Woohoo! Will take the loss too, as they go 2-2 on the year. Osaka Rinji is your player of the game as they win 7 full and giving up 1 earned, walking 2 and striking out 6. The Headcast will win 20 extra innings, 1-0 in 10 over the Bruce City Bears. As that walk-off hit came from Ford Lincoln Mercury. It was a run-scoring single. Ford Lincoln Mercury. Oh, guess it wasn't a run-scoring single. I guess it just helped. Okay. Only 5 hits for Kansas City. Perez will have 2 hits and 3 at bats. For Bruce City, 2-4 game for Ruiz Jr. Duds will take the win. Martinez the save. Levenheimer will take the loss. Daniel Martin is your player of the game. And finally, the Louisville Lemurs will get a 1-run win against Anchorage, 4-3, as Anchorage tried to come back in the 8th. Louisville, a 2 RBI game from Bouts with 2 and 2 for 1 today. For Anchorage, we had a 2 RBI 2 for 3 game from Laramie. Smoltz will take the win. Ronaldo will hold. Gerhardt to save. Moncrief the loss. Play the game to be Samuel Smoltz. Alright, with that, go on to our next day, which according to my schedule, which of course I did not save. Dummy me. It's going to be an off day, 5/29. The next game is going to be Chicago at Anchorage. I'm going to save the game real quick. I want to check to see if it's the same thing for the minors as well. It is perfect. Save, of course, because I'm paranoid. Then we'll go to the next day. Chicago Kingpins at the Anchorage Wheelers. As it's pretty even tied across the board. So we're interesting to see how this one shapes up. As Pythagoras will lead us off against Gumby Phillips. That's going to be a ground out for out number 1. That's going to be a down the line a fly out for out number 2. And that's going to be out number 3. No runs, no hits, no one left on. We go to the bottom of the first. Robert Oliver, the third baseman, speared on a hop. That's going to be ground out. Ooh, just past his outstretched glove as King will get a hit. Rachel Marley Murla as King will steal second with ease. And that's going to be a hit. Runners at corners now, only one away. For Stetson Laramie, as that will load the bases. Angel de la Fuerza, the second baseman, will line out. Runner comes home safe. 1-0 Anchorage. Miles Meredith will ground out to retire this side. We go to the top of the second inning now. As King Loke will ground out. Miggs Mayfield will be on with a single. Anderson. Oh, over the second baseman's head. Oh, that's going to be a costly error as Mayfield takes third. And that's going to bring home a 1 run, maybe 2, as that's going to really hurt Pythagoras as Chicago takes the lead 2-1. As Penley will be out number 2. Ooh, that's going to be off the back of the wall. I thought that was going to be out of here. That's going to be a double, make it a 3-1 ball game for the Kingpins. And that's going to be a step on first base for the out. Side will be retired. But Chicago has gone up in front. It's 3-1. We go to the bottom of the second inning now. Parker Steele, the hitter. As that's going to help his batting average. He needed that when he's been cold lately. McLeod will draw a walk, so Steele will take second. Bishop. Ooh, over the center fielder's head. That's going to bring home a run. As the Wheelers come within 1 now. It's a 3-2 ball game. That's going to be a walk. So bases will be loaded with nobody out. And that's going to bring home 1, 2. 2 runs come across the score. As it's 4-3 now with still nobody out. And that's going to be a much needed strikeout there for Bueller. That's going to be gone! See you later, Stetson Laramie. 3-run blast. As it's now a 7-3 game for Anchorage. Angel de la Fuerza. It's going to be out number 2. Miles Meredith. Gone! As the bat around the lineup. As we are back to Steele leading us off. As Bauer Bottom will come in. And this inning is finally mercifully over. As Anchorage will put up 7. Bring them up 8-3. That's going to be a walk for Vasquez. Runner on first. A walk for Dent. Pythagoras walked 2 back-to-back batters. Double play there. And lazy out there. We go to the bottom of the third. Anchorage up big 8-3. Here's Stephen McLeod as that's going to be up the middle for a single. They get one that they could have had two there, but they decide not to go for it. And stolen bag there, way late on that throw as that one's going to be smacked. Is it deep enough to advance runner? It is. Runner will tag up for third and be safe. Warrior King will strike out to retire the side. Leaders will strand one and get nothing to show for it. We go to the top of the fourth inning now. Joe Anderson, the shortstop, up next. So that's going to be a line out there. Now we're for first. The third baseman smacks one. That's gone. No doubt about that one. First home run this season for Not Worth at first. It's 8-4 now as they add one to bring this lead down. That's going to be out number 2 there on that line out. Ooh, diving, terrific catch as they take away a hit. Wow. The Kingpins now trail the leaders 8-4 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's Morning-Mura. It's going to be a walk on a 3-0 count. Steps on bag for one and double play. Angel de la Fuerza. Out number 3 as we go to the top of the fifth inning. Tigris still in, still doing quite well. As that's be out number 1. Out number 2 there. And let's be walking with 3 for Tigris. That's going to be his end of this one. As Hydroconius will come in and give up a hit. And a walk there. Bases loaded with 2 away. As they escape the bases loaded jam. They needed to escape from that one. It's now going to be the bottom of the 5th now. 8-4 still. McLeod will be out, but runners will advance to first and third now. As that's going to be out number 2, runner at second and third now. As Huezenega will come in and will get a much needed strike 3. Go to the top of the 6th now with Not Worth for first coming in, who's slowly becoming Worth for first. Let's be out number 1. Dylan Penley, the DH. Smacks one, but caught. Evan Early Jr. will ground out into a double play. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning now. With Warrior King, 2 for 3 on the day so far. Out there. Morning-Mura. Out number 2. Stetson Laramie, the first baseman, hit a blast earlier. Angel de la Fuerza in the bag, or sorry, in the box. That's going to be a stolen base for Laramie, and de la Fuerza is going to go out, down, looking. We go to the top of the 7th now. Gumby Phillips is going to be your first out of the day. And that's going to be in there. It's going to be a single. Did he go around? He did. Rung up on appeal. And that's going to be it for the top of the 7th. Time for the 7th inning stretch here at home as Miles Meredith will get ready to hit. And go around out number 3. Parker Steele. Out number 2, Stephen McLeod. Ooh, out number 3. Top of the 8th inning. As they're moving right along in this one. That's going to be an error. Oof. bit of a costly one there. That's gonna be a two bag error. That's gonna be out number one. That's gonna drop in there. Runner just will decide to hold up at third. Smart choice there. As that's going to be in there. If it's to be caught. Offline, but runner will not advance. Um, Early Junior will line out to retire the top of the 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th we go. Still 8-4. Ground out number one. Robert Oliver, the third baseman, up next. That's gonna be out number two. Warrior King will draw a walk as a crony will come in and give up a hit. They can't track it down. That's gonna be a double for Morimura. Make it a 9-4 ball game as Ingrid adds on some insurance. That's going to be a walk for Treadwell. So they get one, but not two. Again, they get one, but not two. And a line out there that's going to do it. Anchorage will win 9-4. Alright, wow. Not worth at first. Did exceedingly well. Just nothing to show for it. And that's all of what happens. Unfortunately, update that ticker real quick. Alright, with that being said, let's get into these box scores. As for Chicago, we have a 3 RBI, 4 for 4 game from Nowhere for first with 2 runs scored. Anchorage, 3 RBI game from Laramie. Wheeler will take the loss as he could not even go 2 full, only went 1 and 2/3, giving him 8 and 2 home runs. Conius will take the win. Now first is your player of the game. The Firehawks will beat the Hepcats 9-7. 2 RBI game for Justice. With 1 for 5. California. 3 hit game from Munson, the catcher. Definitely not Kevin Cho will take the loss and the blown save. Season 31 will take the win and the blown save. Munson is your player of the game. The Louisville Lemurs will beat the Puerto Rico Rana's 8-5. For Puerto Rico, 2 RBI game from Hitchcock. For Louisville, we have a 2 RBI, 2 for 4 game from McFly Jr. River will take the loss, Renslow the win, Gerhardt to save. Player of the game is going to be Colby Renslow. The Swifties are going to beat the Mingos 2-1 as they just barely edge them out. That 2-run sickening, all they needed. State College, 2 RBIs from Dog Maple, on a 2-run blast. Florida, only RBI came from Solo, who hit an RBI double. Justice will take the win, Mantix to hold, Jones to save, Kingdom will take the loss. Scott Justice will be your player of the game. The Brucey Bears will beat the Amarillo Armadillos won nothing in a close one, as that one run in the first was all they needed. As that came from a 2-out RBI from Zecto. As that was his only hit of the game as well, so it was only hit, but he made it count. Amarillo, 10 hits, but no runs come across the score. Bit of a tough break for them. Crabtree will take the win. Left hammer the hold. Jones the hold. Fordham to save. The Yak will take the loss. Crabtree is your player of the game. Go over to the majors. Excuse me. The Surge will beat the Raptors 11-3. Boise. 2-for-4 game from Bambino. For Buffalo, 4 RBI game from Dimply Splorger. PKBS will take the loss. Toll Trade will take the win. Baba the save. Splorger, your player of the game. The Voyagers are going to beat the Pathfinders 7-5. 4 RBI game from Dawson the third. 3 RBI game from Urobonga. Foot will take the loss. Woods the win. Jones the save. Peter Woods your player of the game. The Vandals will beat the Crabs 8-5. Walker, two runs scored. For McLevin Jr., 2 RBIs with 2-for-5 game. For McLevin Jr. For Providence, 3 RBI game from Summers. Sheet will take the win. Max Velo the save. Cruiser will take the loss. Played again to be Jerry Mander. The Aviators are going to beat the Sloth 6-3. For San Antonio, 2 hit RBI game for Littleton. For Outer Banks, 2-for-4 game from O. Richards. And a 3 RBI game from Power Battle Little Bark. Long Pipe will take the loss. Shram the win. Abbasi to hold. Porter to save. Shram, your player of the game. DVS will beat Lunar Base 10-3. 3 RBI game for Plainview. Went 1-for-3 with 2 runs scored. For Barry Allen. For Lunar Base, we have Barry Allen with an RBI. For the ability to get will take the win. Braxton, George Braxton will take the loss. Law Gnome's your player of the game. The Atex will beat the Riggers 5-0, as New Orleans is stuck in a losing skid 6 in a row for the Roogs. Nothing really to speak of. Sorry. Nothing really to speak of for New Orleans batting. For Indy, we have a 3 RBI game from Callahan. Jackson will take the loss. Chicken the win. Colin Chicken is your player of the game. And finally, the Nashville Stars will beat the Sea Serpents 3-1. Taco Bell will homer and walk it off in the 11th. Let's see. For Seattle, 2-for-5 game, but Can You Take Me Higher? Excuse me. For Nashville. Oh wait, no, it was Sting. You clipped that. Got the I swear to God, I need to go to bed. I need to get my beauty sleep, but I was seeing Euclid hit the walk-off home run off of a Taco Bell. Um, Taco Bell will get slapped with the loss. De Los Santos will take the win. Euclid is your player of the game. Thank you for the gift subs. That would be pretty wild. A pitcher hitting a home run. That would be something for sure. Anyways, moving right along from that whoopsie. Um, where was I? Ah, yeah, sorry. We were going to save. Next day is gonna be a quick sim day. Um, Outer Banks will win 6-2 against the Sloths. For San Antonio, we have a 2-for-4 game from Trantel. For Outer Banks, we have a 2-for-5 game from Garbanzo and 3-for-5 game from Richards. Inglito will take the loss. Danson will take the win. Smith Jr. will hold. Bossy to save. The Raptors will win 4-2 against the Surge. For Boise, we have a 2 RBI 3-for-4 game from Chauncey Ingram. For Buffalo, we have a 2 RBI game from Tomlin. Duck will take the win. 2s to save. Whiskey the loss. Ingram is the player of the game. The Pathfinders will win against the Voiders as they're back to 500 ball. For Toronto, they won 4-1. RBIs for Shadow, Dawson the Third, Hernandez, as well as Windsor Jr. for New York. Only RBI came from Udo Bonga, 2-for-4 on the day. Leader will take the win. Farnsworth the hold, a miss to save. Jones will take the loss. Ethan Shadow is your player of the game. The Vandals will win 6-3 over the Crabs, as the Crabs are just not off to a good start. Walker with 2 RBIs for Vancouver, and 2 RBI game for Stephen Strange as well. For Providence, we have a 2 RBI game from Beckett Brooks. Clapp will take the win. Cove the save. Cologne the loss. Bonzo the blown save. Walker is your player of the game. Down to the Champions Conference, the Toros will win 5-3. Deathridge 2 RBIs on a 1-for-4 day. Detroit 3-for-5 game for Alpha Nerd. Lee will take the win. McGoldface will take the loss. Lee is your player of the game. The Apex will beat the Rugers as they lose their 7th game in a row. Poor New Orleans. Man, oh man, oh man. 3-for-4 game for Days and Guile. Indianapolis. 3-for-4 game for Thompson with an RBI. Eshelman Jr. will take the loss. Crane pulled the win. Noble the hold. McFlores to save. Crane Boy is your player of the game. Sea Serpents are going to win 7-1 against Nashville. Ivy DeVries looks to be the winning pitcher of record. For Seattle, 5 RBI game from Becker. 2-for-4 game from Nashville. DeVries will take the win. John will take the loss. Becker is your player of the game. And finally, the Death Eye Scorpions will beat the Space Rangers 8-2. Excuse me. 4 for 5 game with 3 RBIs from Daniel Plainview. 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs from Lon Gnomes. Una base. Uh, two for 2 game from Outhouse. Moosey would take the win, Con the loss. Plainview is the player of the game. Down to Quicksand the Miners. The Ranas will beat the Lemurs 5-1 for Puerto Rico. 2 RBI game from Bullfrog. For Louisville, we have a RBI coming from Hoff. Yos, no decision. Vandals, the win. Alexa Hava, the loss. Yos, your player of the game. Swift Seeds are going to beat the Mingos. Holy cow! 18-10. Swifties went off on the Mingos. Holy cow. 3 for 6 with 3 RBI game from Dog Maple. 3 for 6 with 3 RBI from Duckley Jr. 3 RBI game with 3 for 5 for Gauthier. 3 for 4 from Blair. 3 for 5 from Akers. Holy cow. Everyone but Gaines got an RBI. Home runs from Ramirez, Dog Maple, Blair, Gauthier, Akers, and Duckley Jr. For Florida. 4 RBI, 3 for 4 game from Mark Honcho. Tim Infinity will take the win. Georges will take the loss. But it will be Press Duckley Jr. KDR, I'm still here. I'm sorry, Dame. I can't help it if I bring my teams good luck. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm naturally that talented at giving my teams good luck. I always bless my teams, as we can see with State College. I mean, even Toronto, I think, has won and lost like half of their games. Which still 500 for a stream is pretty good. Anyways, Prescott Jr. is the player of the game. Kingpins will beat the Wheelers 5-1. Chicago. 3 for 5 game from Dent with an RBI. 2 for 4 RBI from Loke. And 2 for 5 with an RBI from Mayfield. Anchorage. 2 for 3 game from Steele. Jenkins will take the win. Yost to save. Fernandez Jr. the loss. Dent is your player of the game. Our Kansas City Hepcats against the California Firehawks will win 4-3 as Kansas City scored in the ninth to break the tie. 2 for 4 game with 2 RBIs from Hoy 4 for Kansas City. For California, 3 for 5 with an RBI from Bradley Lemon Jr. and 3 for 4 with a 2 RBI game from Joey Quinn Jr. Martinez will take the win. They like the fourth, no decision. Kid, the loss and the one save. Hoy 4 is your player of the game. The Bruce City Bears will take on the Dillos and beat them 6-2. For Bruce City, 2 RBI, 3 for 5 game from Levine with 3 runs scored. 3 for 4 game from Jordan Love. Bear will take the win, Redder the loss. Levine, your player of the game. With that being said, let's head into our final game of this stream. It's going to be Boise at Buffalo. Go over to the majors. Advance a day. And Boise Raptors at Buffalo Surge. We're going to manage this one. We get right into it by starting the game. Yeah, Dame. You didn't know they could get rid of the curse by having a seance in the locker room? If only the Cubs would have known that, they wouldn't have been cursed for several years. That is going to be a strikeout there. Callahan grounds into a double play. That's going to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the first inning now. Full count to Mio will be a walk. Mio tries to steal second base. Safe. In there with ease. Kelly will fly out, but that's going to be a tag for Mio. Out there on touch bag, and that's going to be the third out of the inning. Go to the top of the second now. Nothing. As that's going to be a walk for Shane Ziegler. Another walk for Bon Appetit. Chauncey Ingram, the DH. No throw as it seemed to eat him up out there. A much needed strikeout there for Irons. Up the middle, that's going to bring on 1 run, maybe 2. Oh, and he's out at the plate. So 1 run came across the score, but the second one did not, as he's tagged out, and that's going to retire the side on that out. We go to the bottom of the second inning now. That's going to be in there, right in front of the left fielder. That's going to be a hit. Razbataz Buckshank will ground out into a double play. Manny Alou, the DH, played for Toronto, and then has gone on to quite a few teams. And that's going to be strike 3 looked to be out, but Cadaro was able to bring it back in. And that's going to be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the third now with Bobris. The right fielder goes down on a call. Strike 3, a circle change. Damian Thrower, center fielder, will smack that one up the middle. To me, Mio. Oof. Wild pitch. As runners will be a second and third now. That's into the gap. No one can get to it. That's going to be a 2-run RBI. It's 2-1 now. Make it 3-1. Double play to retire the side, but the damage is done. Go to top of the fourth now. Smacked hard deep, but somehow managed to teleport his way into the wall for the out. The out number 2 there. And out number 3. Down in order go the Raptors. It's 3-1. It's be bottom of the fourth inning now. It's be down the line. That's gonna be a double for J.C. Tomlin, the left fielder. Razbataz Buckshank will be out. Manny Alou, wild pitch, so Tomlin advances to third. Alou tried to hold up, but he went around. Strike 3. Then Bobrist will go down looking on a call. Strike three. Did not like that call. Buffalo still leads 3-1 here in the top of the fifth inning. That's gonna be out number one here in the top of the fifth. And out number two, there's Bobrist who will call off these. I'll call off Thriller. As that's gonna be out number three. Bottom of the fifth inning we go. Ooh, that's gonna smack Thriller. That's gonna be up the middle. Runners will be at first and third now with nobody out. Gets away, but keeps it close. Still stolen base time here, and Carey Kelly. Oh, sorry, no Carey. It's Mio will take second base with ease. Drop third strike, and that's gonna be first out, second out. There's second out right there for the K, and ooh, another K for out number three. Top of the sixth we go. That's big down looking Walter Walterson will be out number two. It's gonna be in there. That will extend the inning. Safe on an infield single. Oh, hard, deep, gone! Just like my ex-girlfriend, that one ain't coming back. As that one is long out of here. 382 feet. Third dinger of the season for Bo Napetit. Chauncey Ingram will drop that one in there. And out number three, but 3 runs come across the score, so as Boise takes a 4-3 1-run lead. As that's going to drop in there, that's going to be a single for Tomlin. They pick him off. No. Yeah, they pick him off. He's out. Oof. Caught him sleeping out there. As that's going to be out number 3 for Alou. We go to top of the 7th now. And that's going to be out number 1. Dinger. It'll be up, and that's going to be out number 2. Matsui Hadari. Sarah asked for appeal. They say Hadari held up. Take your base. And caught him leaning on the pickoff attempt. Go to the home half of the 7th now. In this very tight ball game. As that's going to be out number 1 on a swing and a miss for Bobrist. As he will get the hat trick. It's going to be up the middle for a single. It's a Mimio. Double play. Top of the 8th we go. 4-3 Boise Raptors in a tight one here at Buffalo. It's going to be a walk for Callahan. Westbrook will come in relief. And that's going to be out number 1. Runner will advance to third. Runners in the corners now, 1 away. And that's going to bring home a run on the wild pitch. Control issues once again plaguing Buffalo. This will be strikeout for Bon Appetit. Chauncey Ingram will fly out to bring us to the bottom of the 8th inning. Carey Kelly will be out number 1. Dimply Sporger will get a hit. They'll be runners on. First and second now. Strikeout there for Tomlin. And that's going to be in there. Safe. Buffalo scores. 1 with 2 away. That's going to load the bases. Frosty Steele in trouble as he will finally get the much needed third out. Boise. Hoping to add some insurance runs here, as that's not going to do it. Jeff Hopkins, a catcher, will be out number 2. Ryan Dinger will be the third out. Steele needs to keep this one under control because Buffalo can just as easily come back to win it. In the bottom line, that's going to be a triple, as they cannot just get to that pitch. We are tied here in the 9th. Can they walk it off? Safe at second base. Mio in scoring position. Kelly will strike out Splorger. Deep. Is it deep enough? No, it's not. Avada Kedavra as McChapperson will come in. That one is gone! They walk it off! Buffalo! 3-run blast, 7-5. Avada Kedavra flashes the power. 2-run dinger, 7-5 win. Wow. Boise Raptors batting line score 3 RBIs for Bon Appetit. For Buffalo, Avada Kedavra with a 2-run blast to win the game. And it's Mio with a 3-for-4 game. The Phantom will take the hold. Steele will take the loss and the blown save. Westbrook will take the win, their third. Anthony Mio is your player of the game. The Pathfinders will go 7-4 against New York. 2-for-5 game from Shadow of 2 runs scored. 2 RBI game from Goran Ems as well. For New York, we have a 2-for-4 game from Mosquitoes and a 2-for-3 game from Summerdog. And then we'll take the win, Park the save, Atkins the loss. Ems is your player of the game. The Vandals will beat the Crabs 10-5. As Danny Burgers had a hell of a game. 3 RBI game for Danny Burgers, 4-for-4 with 2 runs scored. Providence, 4 RBI game, 2-for-4 from Arson Judge. Beans will take the win, pitch toward the loss. Burgers is your player of the game. The Death Valley Scorpions are going to beat the Space Rangers 7-2, as they are now on a 10-game winning streak. Bass Reeves went 2-for-4. 4 RBI game from Lawn Gnomes, 2-for-4 game for them there. For Lunar Base, 2-for-3 game from Big Red Rock Eater. Bums will take the win as they win 8-4. Gedef will take the loss. Bums, your player of the game. Cancun Toros will beat the Demons 6-5. 2 RBI game from Scotty Sterling, as well as a 2 RBI game from Bon Pensiro. Detroit. RBIs from Poe, Slamis, Nerd, Shan, and Jam. Kosovo will take the win and the blown save. Dion second the hold. Sauce the save. Strider will take the loss. Sterling, your player of the game. The Atex will beat the Rugerers 8-4 as... Oh my word. 8 consecutive games for New Orleans. They are not having a good stretch right now, as New Orleans had 3 RBIs from Aaron Ryson III on a 3-run blast in the 7th inning off Takahashi. Indy, 3 RBIs, 2-for-4 game from Jazzy Thompson. Plattsburgh will take the loss. Ball the win. Jazzy Thompson, your player of the game. The Nashville Stars will beat the Sea Serpents 5-4 here in extras as the game-winning hit came from Hayden Andrews Jr. Um, 2-for-4 game from Zach Johnson III for Seattle for Nashville. Game-winning RBI from Hayden Andrews Jr. 2-for-5 game from Mom Spooner. Pelican will take the loss. The Unions will take the win. Ziegler is the player of the game. Go down to the minors. Save real quick. As the Lemurs will beat the Ranas 3-2. For Puerto Rico, 2 RBI, 2-for-4 game from Frog. For Louisville, 2-for-4 game from Kwanzaa. Boone will take the loss. Gerhard will take the win and the blown save. Wotamo Khan, your player of the game. The Swifties will beat the Mingos 4-1. State College, 2 RBI, 2-for-4 game from Midas Blair. For Florida, 2-for-4 game from Hunter and 2-for-3 game from Bill. Crunch will take the win. Word Trouble the save. King the loss. Captain Crunch, your player of the game. Bruce City will win on 11-3 over the Dillos. 5 RBI game, 3-for-6 game for Launch Angle. For Amarillo, we have a 2-for-4 game from Bowl as well as De Lion Court. Express will take the win. Cologne will take the loss. Launch Angle, your player of the game. The Hepcats will beat the Firehawks 4-3 in extra innings as the walk-off win came from Bookie Mets. RBI from Mets, that was in the extra innings. That will propel Kansas City to the win. 2-for-4 game from Deion Sandals. Duds will take the blown save. Casimir the win. Season 32 the loss. Krabby Pebbles is your player of the game. Finally, the Anchorage Wheelers will beat the Kingpins 10-6. The Kingpins, a 3-for-5 game with an RBI from 3-for-5 game from Penley. For Anchorage, we have a 2-for-5 game with 2 RBIs from Laramie, 2-for-5 with 2 RBIs from Anja de la Fueta, and 2-for-5 with 2 RBIs from Miles Meredith. Von Couch will take the loss, Dirk will take the win, Treadwell the save. Morimura is your player of the game. I do believe, wait a minute, calendar next day is an off day. It is update for minors and majors, and that will do it for this stream. While I upload the file, it's time for the usual hashtag Ask the Booth. If there's any question that you want me to answer, ask them in the chat below, and I will answer them while I get this upload started. Make sure everything looks good. RC, I'll show these standings after I upload the file. Well, you can thank KDR for me remembering. He had pinned our locker room, and that was how I knew I was doing it tonight. But I won't forget Saturday, cause I'm also doing Saturday as well. Alright, let me just get that index uploaded real quick, and we will do a raid. If I can just remember how to actually, well, do the command for it. Alright, so let's get that file uploaded though, first of all. Oh, and I was asked to do standings, right. Standings for PBE. Leading the pack in the East, we have the Surge, and the Demons. With the West, we have the Sloths and the Scorpions leading the pack in the Western Conferences. Down in the Minors, the Hepcats are leading the Minor League West, and the Lemurs are leading in the Minor League PBE East. And then join Don tomorrow night for Wednesday Night Baseball at 7 p.m. Eastern as he continues uh, Week 2 PBE Baseball. Let me get that file going and then we will raid. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Get this raid going. I'll see you guys next time I stream, which will be Saturday, for as we see who will uh be who will make it to the All Star game. You guys have a good one. See you then.